Hey guys, welcome to November.
Yes.
It's one of the best times to be deer hunting. And again,
it is.
We are sitting together in this beautiful, warm, cozy office.
It is nice and warm in here. This weather has been ridiculous, by the way.
History, this has got to be some sort of crazy
wind,
history.
like it's, I don't know. It feels like late season hunting. Can't even enjoy it.
Oh man, come on, dude. It's not that bad. You're really good.
Next week it'll be like 20 degrees.
I'm ready.
This
is money time.
low.
This is good cold weather. I will tell you, I texted Dustin in Wyoming. I'm like, hey, how are you gonna make all that snow go away? That's gonna be.
I know.
That's gonna be frigid. But
we're gonna be cold.
With all kidding aside, before we dive into the show this week, let's talk about a couple of things. A couple of historical things that are going on. Number one, the least amount of bucks ever shot for bow hunter die in history this year for the month of October. I mean, I don't think we've ever shot. It is the worst October we've ever had.
Like 2, right?
Yes,
that was it.
It was bad.
That was bad. But it was crazy because then
November
came
1st.
and it was like a windfall, and we've killed 5 bucks now in the last couple days. So the rut seems to be anyways wide open right now.
Yeah.
So if you can be in the woods, I would highly suggest being out there because it seems like a good time to hunt. So
if you're watching this show right now, hopefully it's at nighttime.
Well, no, or you're in a tree. I've watched bow hunter die
or
from
you're
a tree
in a tree
before. I'm not gonna lie.
Second historical thing we already talked about, and that was the weather. I mean, this is truly like, I can't tell you the number of times that I've been sitting in a tree stand in November going, oh my God, it's just too hot. It's 70 degrees. It's slowing down the rut. They're not
I'd
rutting.
take like a 50-degree day. Would be nice. These like 30-degree days where it doesn't get out of the 30s.
I love them.
I'd take a 50 right about now. That's just me.
Dude, you put that Fortress suit on, dude. Just hand warmers in your muff.
I love my Fortress suit, but I love it in December and January.
Turn that battery on in your muff, and dude, you're just...
That thing is pretty slick,
You're
right? Have you been using that for real?
Is that
your battery-powered hand muff?
Yeah.
Oh, that thing is... Guys, if you're like me and you get cold hands and like Todd and you don't want to wear gloves, Hunter Safety System has a battery-powered heated hand
Make sure
muff.
Brady grab one of these things so when we come back from watching Dean smoke something.
The bee's knees, as they would say. So I would highly recommend getting one. So let's jump into some hunts. We've got the Krieger family up this week. Dean,
they get it done.
Kylie, Karsten, 2 of the 3 kill deer. The other one gets very, very close. So let's stop talking. Let's jump in a tree with the Kriegers and see how they do.
All right, guys, we are taking off after work and school, and we got a short little trip here. It's only a mile down the road to the new property, and it's going to be Carson's first time hunting down here, and got a soft side tower blind that we have on one of the food plots. Just had that front come through, lots of rain, and lots of heavy or high winds, 30 to 40 mile an hour winds yesterday. It calmed pretty much right down, a little bit of a breeze. Looks like we have a west wind, should be good for us. So short drive, it's going to be a short walk, and we're going to slip into the back side of this blind, and with any luck, we're going to have something walk out that Karsten would like to shoot. Okay, we'll have to keep this short and sweet. We didn't even get all set up, and we had a little fawn come out to the food plot here, feed a little bit, and walk in a lane. There's a lane that I created, cut through the timber here,
that connects to the other food plot, so it really quieted down. It's almost too quiet tonight, but should be a good night. Started out good already, so with any luck, we'll see what happens here. We've got a couple big bucks working this mock scrape right over here, maybe 18 yards, and everything at night yet, but just a matter of time they're gonna move in the light. And then a lot of different bucks within the last couple weeks. We had multiple bucks working a couple of mock scrapes that I got along here, so anything could show up. But Carson's the shooter. I don't care what he shoots, and he can shoot whatever he wants as far as bucks go. We're not going to shoot any does here yet. If any this year, we'll see once. There's been a doe and a fawn and a doe and 2 fawns hanging out, so I'm like, we got all these bucks showing up, so we're just going to leave the does for now.
That's the one, I think. I take the safety off. I am going to.
All right, we're losing camera light now, but a great night for Karsten, that's for sure. Just the start of the pre-rut. I told him he's never really witnessed what the rut's like, and had a nice big doe come into the plot, and we caught the bucks coming down the ridge there. And the second one was definitely one that he wanted. Nice 9-pointer. We got pictures of that buck just recently in the light, so he's on Carson's hit list for sure. Just the wind switched on us a little bit, and she got nervous, but you know, she never blew out of here, and neither did the bucks. You know, they just walked off. So I told him, hey, it was a great encounter. Let's be happy we had that much. We really didn't spook them. Got a little nervous. I think they got nervous because she did. So that's gonna be it for the night, but we're gonna keep on trying, and it's just starting. So we'll I'm sure we're gonna have plenty more encounters to come here. So stick with us, and good luck out there.
Introducing a new level of image quality featuring crystal clear video, sound, and stunning images day or night. With adjustable range control, ultra-fast trigger speeds, and all new software innovations, you'll never miss an image. Stealth Cam, proven.
All right, we are headed on the road after work and after school again here, and I'm gonna see what happens tonight. We're gonna hunt a different farm than what we hunted last night. Again, Kylie hasn't had much chance to hunt this year, so we're gonna move around a little bit, bounce around, and watch the wind and see what we can do. But the wind's gonna be a little iffy at first, but within the next hour here, it's supposed to switch around. It's supposed to be a west wind. It's supposed to switch around to more of a southwest wind, and then almost straight south within a couple hours. So we'll see what happens here.
All right, Kylie and I made it to the stands here. She's sitting down below me in a ladder stand. I'm just up a couple feet. And I hung the lone wolf up a couple feet just off to her right here. So we're hunting on the edge of an alfalfa field in a big marsh. Got a southwesterly wind that's blowing right off my left shoulder here, so the wind is good for us. We'll see what happens. There was a fawn in the field when we got here and another one out in the field over here, so the deer are moving early. Hopefully something's going to come by tonight, so stick with us and we're going to have a little fun here.
First one. There's another one.
All right, Kylie shot that doe, and I honestly didn't see where the arrow hit because there were some leaves on the tree kind of obstructing it, so it might be back. I don't know. I'd have to review the footage to see where it is, but I seen the doe lay down about 75 yards away, so we'll probably just have to give her time. She just walked over there. She ran a little bit, but then she walked, so we'll have to just leave her and give her time. The field is full of deer here. I think we've seen 8 so far, but I got the crossbow already knocked or loaded again just in case a buck shows up because it's plenty of light here yet. Good job.
Thanks.
All right, guys, so we waited about 4 hours after Kylie shot that deer. You know, some leaves were obstructing the view of the camera, so I'm not exactly sure where she had hit it, but on the point of view camera, it looked like it's right behind the front shoulder, if anything low. And she laid down and about 75 yards away, didn't fall over, but I watched her lay down in the high grass, and then 2 big adult does and the fawn were down there, and they're walking around in circles around her there. So, you know, she might have been dead already, but just when in doubt, back out. You know, we just gonna give her some time, and you know, looking at the arrow, it's not like crazy looking good, I guess, and it drove it in the ground darn near half the arrow, so most of it's full of mud. But we're just gonna take it slow, and I know exactly where she's laying, and we're just hoping that she's gonna be dead and she's gonna be laying there. So
Still got it. Got her? She laying there, Kylie? There she is. Nice job.
Thanks. Hey guys, had a lot of fun tonight with my dad. Here's my trophy doe. Bowhunt or die, guys.
all right, I am on the property here in Minnesota, and I just pulled in down the lane here a little bit. Did a drive-by first to see what the neighbors have planted on each side of this valley that I'm normally hunting, and there's corn off to the northeast, and then cut bean field to the north, cut bean field to the west, and some standing corn a little bit further west. So I know over the years where there's been a lot of corn right up tight, you know, to this valley, it's been kind of tough when the corn's still standing. One thing I normally do when I get out here, you know, hunting here a number of years, I think it's about 19, this will be my 19th season, that I don't walk all around and scout it all out. I haven't been here since last year, but I got a pretty good idea how they travel. I'm going to slip into the one tree that's been really good to me over the years here, and it works for multiple wind directions. So if anything, I've killed some big deer out of there. I've seen some big deer from there, and it's one of those where I'm gonna, you know, I could go in that tree tonight and possibly shoot a big one. So I managed to get two stands up today. One over what we call the Golden Pond, and we got a southwest wind, so that's a good wind for that. And I put another one up about 30 yards down from where I shot my buck last year. So I've got a stand on each end of the property. And I'm gonna sit the pond tonight because the wind is good there. See what comes out. So stick with me, and with any luck, we're gonna have some action.
All right, I'm all settled in here in Minnesota. Feels good to be back. November 1st, cool. It's about 37 degrees, a little bit of a mist, overcast, so it just feels good, you know. Hopefully the big bucks are gonna start to cruise here. One and done, baby. One and done. First day in Minnesota. Just put the lone wolf up in this tree today. This tree has been good to me. Beautiful 8-pointer, not very wide but tall. I heard him crash. Looks like I double lunged him. About 30 yards. I was gonna let him come down the drink. And he started raking that tree over there, and all of a sudden he turned just perfect. I'm like, I might as well shoot him right there. Well, kids, looks like Daddy's coming home early. Yes. All right, just got out of the tree. Lone wolf, not very high from the ground here, but it dips off down. Gonna get the arrow, and I heard the buck crash, so we'll see if we can get to him before we run out of light here. I'm gonna go around the pond, and I seen where he ran, so we'll walk down the edge there and see if we can see him laying there. You know, I had that 2.5-year-old 8-pointer come by first. I was watching him over my shoulder. Next thing you know, I heard something in the grass, and I looked and I seen this bigger buck coming. And then I put the binocs on him. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll shoot him. All right, let's go get him. He's laying right there. I walked maybe 50, 60 yards. I can see him laying right there on the trail. Yep, double lung. That's a nice buck, not very wide, but he's a stud. All right, guys, here he is. What a beautiful buck. This guy's got probably, that's a 9-inch G2 or 10. Actually, that's pushing 10 inches. What a buck. I seen him up on the hill there. I knew he wasn't very wide, but I seen that sweeping beam and had mass. And I couldn't be happier. Buck like this, especially first day. I don't know, I'm a blessed man, that's all I can say. That tree's been good to me, that's for sure. I had that, had a 1.5-year-old 8-point come around the pond earlier, about an hour ago, and I couldn't get him on video. And then about an hour after that, that 2.5-year-old came by about 40 yards, made a circle around the pond. Then after that, I heard something. I looked up on top of the hill, and I seen this guy standing there. And I'm like, oh, that's a pretty good buck. You know, I could see the height, the tall tines on him. And put the binoculars on him. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll shoot him if he comes in. So he put a show on for us. I didn't let him get to the pond. I'm like, well, I know that's 30 yards because I ranged everything earlier. And when he was tearing up that bush, he turned just perfect. I'm like, there's my shot. 30 yards, double lunged, and he ran, I don't know, maybe 70. But I am happy. And we'll get a tag on him, get my buddies to get him out of here, and that's it. I hope you enjoyed the show. Bowhunt or die, guys.
All right, congratulations first to Kylie on another successful harvest. That was a great doe. She made a perfect shot on that deer. Nice quick recovery. As for Karsten, all I can say is hang in there, buddy. My season seems to be very much like Karsten's hunt. Close calls, but nothing quite yet. What?
You're gonna be okay.
I'm fine.
Yeah, you're fine. See, this is the good Justin. He's got a good attitude. It's early. It's fine. This weekend, it's going to be like, bam, bam. You're going to kill 2 of them in a row. Just like that, you guys watch.
I'd settle for one.
That is going to be the next monster YouTube hit when Justin just whacks 2 of them in the same hunt.
Better go buy another tag then.
Dude, you don't go out with 2 tags? Are you insane?
No. I don't want to get ahead of myself.
Oh, I used to think that way. Now, no way.
I feel like that's getting a little cocky, right? No, I better have 2 book tags in my pocket.
No, I don't think that way. I bring both of them.
I think it's bad luck.
I don't think it's bad luck.
That's just me. That's my superstition.
Hey, what's going on with Dean? I haven't had a chance to talk to Dean.
What's going on with Dean? He goes to Minnesota and he slams a buck on literally like his first
I'm talking
sit.
about his property in Wisconsin. What is I know that one of his hitless bucks got killed because I saw that in our little chatter in our WhatsApp. deal.
Yes.
But has he got a chance to see any other big ones there? That's my question. I didn't have a chance to ask Dean.
I don't think so. But I know that Dean was kind of waiting to get through this Minnesota trip,
Okay,
and
well,
then he was going to focus on hunting his Wisconsin property. The Minnesota trip obviously got cut short. I mean, that was like,
He is a
okay, we're
machine.
just drive over there. Oh, there's a good spot. I'd put a stand here every year by this pond.
And he responded.
He said no.
No. So no deer has been killed on Dean's new property yet. Dean, we
Not
got to
yet.
change that
Hey, he's
before the
out.
guns start roaring in Wisconsin.
Well, that's going to be pretty soon. But anyways, his
That is.
Minnesota hunt, short, sweet, to the point. We've seen that pond stand before. We know it's good luck. And
got a
Dean
hot
had
little
texted
spot
us
there.
like right before. He's like, man, I'm feeling like a good afternoon. Saw a bunch of turkeys, does and little bucks are moving. And then like an hour later, he's like, buck down. Like, come on, man. So congratulations to Dean. He comes through
And his
yet
whole
again.
family. I mean,
His
this
whole
is-
family. The Kriegers are a bunch of deer-killing
They
machines.
are. You do not want to own property near these guys.
All right, guys. Next
No,
up.
whoa, we got
What?
to talk about
What?
the hand warmer here, dude. Brad went and grabbed one of these babies for me. Dude,
Okay.
if you guys haven't seen these yet, I mean, seriously, if you're a bow hunter and you're like Justin whining about how chilly it is, this is the only way to go. I mean, this baby, we're going to get blasted for this. Oh, you guys are sponsored crazies. This thing
We are crazy.
is soft, comfortable, warm. You plug your battery in right there.
Yep, you have to provide your own battery.
And I use this thing like a backpack, man. I've got my extra batteries in here. I keep my lights in here. I got my wind puffer in here. I got it all in here. Did I just swing it
keep
around
my
my back
release
like
in
this?
there.
I know.
I keep my little adjustment tool for my 4-thorough camera arm goes in there.
They have
My
an extra.
milkweed goes in there.
This thing is milkweed. They got this thing is the bomb right here. So make sure you take a look at this.
All right, guys. Next up, we're going to do our Ask the
You can
Experts
sleep on this.
question.
I'm telling you.
Brought to you by the fine folks over at Lancaster Archery. So, Brian Millhouse, what a great name, Millhouse, asks, and I wish I had the answer to this question, my friend. Where's the best place to hang a stand during the rut? The woods. I say the woods. What do you think, Raph? I think everybody's got a different answer to this. Where do you think the best place to put a stand for the rut is?
The most overlooked spots. I tell you, the more that I do this, as I just think about, and you brought this up earlier in the year when you were talking about, not killing a doe. This has been in my brain since that episode. Not killing a doe that has a fawn that successfully is able to raise her, right?
Right.
Or him, right? You think about these does, right? I think of my a couple spots that I hunt. Dude, these does bed in the dumbest spots, right? And I don't think they're dumb. I mean, I think they're super smart. I think, that especially at night, they have these little bedding areas that are near homes and near buildings. Dude, because I think they're avoiding the predators. I think they're avoiding coyotes. I think you hunt some of these dumbest spots, because right now during the rut, these bucks are out, they're moving, they're looking in the most weirdest spots. I mean, the other day I saw from my truck, about this is getting long, just roll with it, man.
Okay,
I was watching
okay.
this buck roam around, and dude, he was on a mission. And I was watching him, dude, he was just checking the most dumbest spots, man. It was in suburbia, and he just knows where those little pockets of woods are. Dude, they know where these spots are. I say pinch points where they have to go through, find those pinch points where they get squeezed down, and find these dumb off-the-wall spots where you've bumped does up at the weirdest times and slip in those spots and hunt those in the midday. That's my suggestion.
That's a lot to digest.
That's a lot. That's what I'm
right
thinking.
there. If it were me and I had to pick one spot to hunt during the rut,
Not
I'm
the zoo either.
No, I'm going to go with kind of what you said, but doe bedding areas.
Yeah.
Doe bedding areas. These bucks right now are just cruising from doe spot to doe spot to doe spot. Wherever the does are at is where you're going to find the bucks right now.
100%.
So does, and then as Todd alluded to or mentioned very directly, pinch points, funnels. Like if you could find a funnel that's in between two doe bedding areas, it's money. Just set a stand and sit in it every day until a buck comes by, because one is bound to come by. So,
Or you can call Dean and ask him how much it's going to cost to hunt that pond.
set up on Dean's pond. So thank you, Brian, for the question. Guys and gals, next up we're going to jump into trophy photos. Let's take a look now.
Brett Graham,
Brian Foss,
Davey Wells,
Jordan Jessup,
Robert Rubino,
and Zach Harper.
Hey guys, as always, thanks for sending in your trophy photos. I love this time of the show. As always, some of you just send in photos, I think. And some of you actually listen to us. And I'll tell you, the fastest way to lose friends is to get the perfect. Like, dude, look at us yesterday. I mean, to get the perfect trophy photo, which we still didn't successfully do for me, dude, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. This week's winner is going out to Davey Wells.
Down in Texas. I hope he's not sitting in any cactus there.
No.
That'd be painful.
But, you know, he took the time. The deer's cleaned up. I mean, he's got it positioned well. I like it. Davey, you did a nice job. I mean, as far as people wanting us to critique a little bit, I mean...
You think they really want you to
I don't know. But Zach, it's too dark. You got to fix that deer up a little bit. Jordan, whoever took your photo, he's got to get down. Got to be level with you. You can see the big flashlight spot on Brett here. Brian, you didn't tuck the legs. Robert,
Brian
you were...
looks angry, too. He's just like, look at him.
See, that's how you lose friends. He's probably telling the guy, he's probably telling his dad how to do it. I know my dad used to want to kill me when I was asking him for trophy photos. Robert did a good job, but we just can't see the whole buck. So there you go. Davey, you are the winner. Make sure you get a hold of us to get your package from Hunter Specialties. In the meantime, there's only one thing to do right now. Use your vacation time. Get out hunting. What else? I was going to say three things.
That's it. Well, you said there's one thing to do right now.
Well, there you go. That's a good point. I always come up with
Use
more.
your vacation
That's like me coming up with work lists.
Go hunting. Guys, thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of Bow Hunt or Die. Make sure you check back next week. We will have the reveal of the brand new, for 2020, Matthews bow. And Todd actually took his out and shot a big buck with it. So make sure you tune in next week for that episode. Bow Hunt or Die, baby.
Robert Rubin. Robino. Well, there's Robin.
Rubino. Robert Rubino.
Rubino. Okay, that was way off. My English teacher really didn't help me very much. All right, just dumb.